Good evening viewers, and welcome to my humble home, which is otherwise known as Middlesea Productions, which is the place that I tend to spend most of my life. And I feel at this stage I should say something slightly euphoric, because this is the first time I've ever actually broadcast anything at all onto the internet. So you know, it's a massive occasion. I'm really excited. I mean, I know you're completely bored, which is understandable, but I'm rather excited. So, having said that, I can't really think of anything euphoric to say apart from good evening. So, what we'll do is get on with the whole reason why I'm bothering to do this at all. And what I'm hoping is that you might be slightly interested in what I'm about to show you. And that is that I've decided to change things slightly. Instead of waffling on the old textual blog, for want of a better word, I've decided to actually do something with moving pictures. So tonight I thought I'd give you a little insight into the recording that I'm doing at the moment, which is a little instrumental piece of music called Something Stirs, and the eagle-eyed amongst you may have noticed that I made reference to that on one of the blogs a few weeks ago. And it's a kind of sort of funky, slightly haunting instrumental piece of music. No words, it's all just instrumental stuff. And what I want to do tonight is to actually capture a little piece of piano for the introduction, which is, we're kind of doing it arse about face, because I've already recorded most of the middle and the back end of the song, but it needs a piano introduction. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'll just give you a little insight into what the main piece sounds like. This is kind of where it comes in and goes into tempo. So just bear with me, and I'm going to press this button over here. There it is, this is it. So it's kind of bass and drums and chordy stuff, and this is the main melody coming in now. Okay, so that's all you're going to get for now, because it would spoil things if I was to play you any more. So, okay, so that's kind of what happens once it all gets going. But what I need to happen before that is I need to have a nice little introduction on grand piano that introduces the melodies that you hear later. So that's the kind of idea behind it. So we have a few toys here. This is my kind of granddaddy of all my keyboard instruments. This is a Roland A90, which is a digital grand piano. But the main star of the show for tonight is this, which is a Korg M3, and I've kind of had a love-hate relationship with this thing for the last few weeks, because there's some technical things which have kind of just got the better of me, and I'll tell you about that another time. But in essence, it is a phenomenal instrument, which I've actually just been absolutely bowled over with. I've used it lots with the band, and I'm using it all the time in the studio for clients and for my own stuff, and it's absolutely fabulous. It does so many wonderful things that we haven't got time to talk about that here tonight, but what I actually use here and now is the stereo grand piano sound, which is basically modelled on a Steinway grand piano, so you don't get much better than that. And this is it. So it's got all the rich resonant bottom end that you'd get from a real grand piano. I'll demonstrate. So you can hear that. So you know, it's really nice and rich. I'll play something that you'll probably recognise. Okay, so that's the sort of stuff that it does down in the lower to middle registers, but it's also absolutely fabulous up at the high end. So if you listen to this kind of tinkly stuff right up at the top here. get completely carried away. So you can hear that it's a fabulous grand piano sound. It's just got everything from the lows to the highs, and no one would be able to tell the difference between that and the grand piano, particularly in the context of a mixed product. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to record something from here, through something there, which is the mixing desk, into something over there, which is the computerized recording system, and hopefully, with a wing and a prayer, it'll all end up kind of right. Okay, right, so first of all, bear with me. Okay, so I've primed the recording system, so it's going to give me a sort of a delay of about 15 to 20 seconds. And now we're actually in record mode. So what I'm doing now is I am playing a kind of piano introduction to the main piece. I'm absolutely amazed. I actually got through that, I think, without a single bum note, which is good. So bear with me. Okay, so we're out of record mode, and everything I just played then was recorded. So that's great, because it now means that I have my piano introduction to Something Stirs. So I'm going to call it a day for now, because I'm sure you've had enough, and I'll probably pop back at some stage. Hope that you join me, and I'll show you a little bit more as we make progress on this song. And thanks for listening. Goodbye.